miler. He's tried all sorts of trips, got lots of ability, looked like he was going to beat the good horse at Cheltenham earlier, and then just down tools. Deep Purple won here. He blew up Mind and came back to win over 3 mile 5 start of the season for Paul Maloney, 25 to 1. He's been disappointing twice since. West End Rocker, a big fancy for the Grand National, only got as far as the second fence, but he liked conditions here this afternoon. Rear Bob won a 2 here, trained by Desi Hughes. Both of them got ability, and both of them got visors on for the first time today. Paddy Brennan rides this one, and Galaxy Rock just didn't go when he went up to air last week. He's got the form to win this. Whether he's got the wheel this afternoon, I don't know. Dougie Costello riding.
Tullamore Dew, Dennis O'Regan, Nick Gifford. Well, he's not entitled to be 25 to 1. He's got plenty of good form. Whether he'll quite stay remains to be seen. Le Beau Bay, we've heard a lot about. He's got to have a major chance. Dover's Hill was one of the favourites at the start of the week, but the soft ground, looking at his record overall, might not be in his favour, I beg your pardon. Uzbek is a funny character. He often gets behind, but he's got ability. Swingbill, Johnny's keen on him. He thinks he's got the right sort of credentials for the race. To me, there are others with better chances at the weights.
Vic Venturi loves this ground, and as I said, he's got the visors on. Viking Blonde, big chance for Willie Twiston Davis, and another out-and-out stayer who's also likes to be handy, which will help him. Roalco Defarge just got tired the other day. Quite a few of these ran in that Sussex National, which was a real slog, but the horses are in great form, 15 to 2. Enter Paradise, Charlie Mann, got 1 or 2 bits of form, would give him a chance. And Major Malarkey ran his heart out when second in the Midland National. Their other horse that was third ran well in Scotland last week.
Any currency? Aidan Coleman, disappointing or well held in the Scottish National, but this going will suit him much better today. Older Tune, Paul Nicholls on the morning line, wasn't sure the horse would get the trip, but he's run well round here before. He is a tricky ride and he stops in front. Knight and Coombe is a battling veteran. He won a veteran's chase last time out, 25 to 1. And Ethiopia, James Best, £10 out of the handicap. That's why basically he's 100 to 1.
Farge, Tidal Bay at 8, West End Rocker at 8, into 10 to 1 Rare Bob. Boyle Sports went 20 to 1 this morning at the Price-Wise horse, 16 to 1 against Galaxy Rock.
Gold Cup, and away they go, the final big race of the jump season, and onto the first. Le Beau Bay in the firing line with Dover's Hill on the left, Vic Venturi on the right in the black and yellow jacket. Enter Paradise is there. Right down on his nose at the first was Knight and Coombe as they run on towards the second and Open Ditch, and on the far side Dover's Hill and Sam Thomas with Le Beau Bay and Vic Venturi. Enter Paradise, then Any Currency, a Major Malarkey over on the inside in the yellow with the black spots from Ethiopia. The grey Swing Bills right up the inner of Uzbek and Rare Bob, then Deep Purple and Viking Blonde, Knight and Coombe. Further back is Tullamore Dew, and towards the rear Roalco Defarge, Older Tune, Tidal Bay, West End Rocker, and Galaxy Rock is held up in last place by Dougie Costello. So about to make the top turn for the first time, just under 2 circuits ahead of them, and making the bend. The White World Group with West End Rocker there in the red and white jacket towards the outside, and Tidal Bay, the top waiter, about second or third last as they run down the side. And it's Dover's Hill who leads the way to Le Beau Bay in second. In third is Vic Venturi. Enter Paradise in the beige jacket in fourth from Any Currency, Ethiopia and Major Malarkey. Deep Purple is wide on the course, wide of Roalco Defarge and Viking Blonde as they cleared the next. Swing Bill is round the inside of Uzbek, then Rare Bob. Older Tune is further back in the field, followed by Tullamore Dew as they now swing down the back straight. West End Rocker remains fairly wide, and then Tidal Bay and Galaxy Rock on towards the line of 7 fences in the back straight. Dover's Hill from Le Beau Bay, they're all safely over the first of the sequence, and then Vic Venturi as they jump the next. Enter Paradise landed in fourth from Any Currency, and then Major Malarkey and Knight and Coombe in the cheap pieces. This is an Open Ditch, Dover's Hill, Le Beau Bay and Vic Venturi. Dover's Hill didn't really land running on the far side there, and it's Le Beau Bay and Vic Venturi. Dover's Hill going up again on the flat as the weather closing in again during this race, with in fourth place Enter Paradise from Any Currency halfway down the back straight. Major Malarkey is behind these from Ethiopia, and then Rare Bob with Uzbek to the inside of Tullamore Dew. They're just behind Knight and Coombe, and then Alder Tune and Swing Bill and Tidal Bay as they clear the first of the railway fences. Galaxy Rock hasn't been jumping that well towards the back of the field, alongside Viking Blonde as they jump the next. Dover's Hill, Lebow Bay, Vic Venturi, followed by Any Currency. And now towards the end of the back straight, Enter Paradise close up disputing fourth from Major Malarkey. Then Knight and Coombe and Ethiopia from Rare Bob in a royal blue jacket as they swing the right-hander. After Rare Bob then is Tullamore Dew, Uzbek the inside, Alder Tune, Tidal Bay. Then up the inside, Roalco Defarge as they make the run towards the pond fence, which in a circuit's time will be the third last. Swing Bill is off the pace. West End Rocker, Deep Purple, is right out the back and looks as though he might be pulled up. Something amiss there, and West End Rocker is some way adrift at the moment. Heading towards the pond fence then, Deep Purple has been pulled up and approaching this one. Lebow Bay in the centre, Vic Venturi and Dover's Hill either side of him as they now race round the right-hander. They're tracked by Any Currency and Enter Paradise. Major Malarkey, Sam Twiston Davis right round the inside in the yellow jacket, followed by Ethiopia and Uzbek and Tullamore Dew and Rare Bob. Then Knight and Coombe, Alder Tune, red colours on the right. Tidal Bay is tracking them. Roalco Defarge, Swing Bill. Then Galaxy Rock, West End Rocker and Viking Blonde is being driven along at the back. Over the next, Dover's Hill and Vic Venturi gallop on ahead of Lebow Bay at this stage with a circuit left to travel, followed by Any Currency on the near side of Enter Paradise in fourth and fifth. Knight and Coombe and Rare Bob and Major Malarkey in Ethiopia. Then Alder Tune on the outside of Tidal Bay and Daryl Jacob from Uzbek getting up the inside of Tullamore Dew. Roalco Defarge and Richard Johnson then from Galaxy Rock. Swing Bill is being bumped along. West End Rocker can't go the gallop, and neither can Viking Blonde. So with just under a circuit left to go, one or two being pushed along, Any Currency being pushed along. Viking Blonde is one that's really toiling at the back. West End Rocker is being pulled up. It's beginning to sort them out, and it's Dover's Hill on the inside that leads by a length and a half to Vic Venturi. Lebow Bay is in third. Enter Paradise, Any Currency now getting a kick in the belly from Rare Bob in Ethiopia. Tidal Bay making steady headway through the field as they take that one. A bad mistake from Enter Paradise, a very bad blunder, and it was a really good sit in fact by Dave Cross there as Vic Venturi now takes over, entering the back straight under Jason Maguire. Vic Venturi vies it for the first time from Dover's Hill. Lebow Bay is third. Then Roalco Defarge getting closer on the outside, the red jacket, followed by Rare Bob. Tidal Bay in a noseband continues to improve from Enter Paradise, and then Knight and Coombe. Alder Tune behind these. Major Malarkey is now driven along hard from Tullamore Dew. At the next open ditch, Dover's Hill and Vic Venturi, followed by Lebow Bay. They're getting strung out now as they continue down the back straight and on towards the halfway stage down the back. Vic Venturi followed in second by Dover's Hill. In third is Lebow Bay. Rare Bob, close up is Roalco Defarge. Tidal Bay moving up into sixth place, followed by Alder Tune. Then a gap back to Any Currency and Knight and Coombe and Tullamore Dew. Enter Paradise, Major Malarkey, the first of the three railway fences. Vic Venturi, Lebow Bay. Then Dover's Hill, Roalco Defarge going better than many. Tidal Bay also getting into the race, and he's got a powerful finishing kick, that horse, from Rare Bob. Then Alder Tune on the outside and Any Currency. The last in the back straight, Vic Venturi, Roalco Defarge first and second. Then in third, Tidal Bay looking really dangerous, followed by Alder Tune. Rare Bob, Lebow Bay now losing his position. Dover's Hill has lost his place as well. And then Any Currency who's been under pressure a long time. The long run now to the third last, the pond fence, and Roalco Defarge and Richard Johnson, twice successful before, aboard Tidal and Munker Hostin, going well for those horses. Trainer Philip Hobbs here on Roalco Defarge from Vic Venturi, but Tidal Bay is in behind them. The class act in the race. Daryl Jacobs sitting quietly. Here is the third last. Rualco Defarge comes in to take it from Tidal Bay, then Vic Venturi, Aldertune, LeBeau Bay, Any Currency. They run round the final turn. Rualco Defarge, but he could be a sitting duck for Tidal Bay, but will he go past in second place? Rualco Defarge at the second last from Tidal Bay, a length in between them. Vic Venturi's back in third. Tidal Bay is cruising up on the outside of Rualco Defarge. Tidal Bay is all over Rualco Defarge as they approach the final fence at the last, and Tidal Bay jumped it well, and surely he'll quicken away like the good horse he can be, and he's on a going day today. It's Tidal Bay and Grand National winning jockey Daryl Jacob. Tidal Bay wins in a canter. From his second, Rualco Defarge. Any Currency plugged on for third. Vic Venturi fourth. Aldertune was fifth. Then Dover's Hill. A gap to Knight and Coombe. And after Knight and Coombe was Brer Bob, LeBeau Bay, Galaxy Rock, and they appear to be the only ones to finish. Uzbek pulled up, so too Tullamore Dew, Enter Paradise, Ethiopia pulled up, Major Malarkey. And you won't see an easier winner of a major handicap chase than that. Tidal Bay, so often frustrating in the past, all the class in the world, and he's shown it here at Sandown today.
Fifth choice of the punters, fifth favourite, Tidal Bay. The runner-up, Rualco Defarge, was sent off at 7-1. 7-1 Rualco Defarge. Any Currency was third at 16-1. And the fourth horse, Vic Venturi, sent off at 25-1.